So I'm Noah Campsty, I support Chelsea, I play for Coburgs, I play right back, or centre mid, right wing, anywhere I'm needed, and I'm just a player.
From as far north as Whitehaven to as far south as Newhaven, professional, semi-professional or non-professional, any club wants to become a sensation and put their name as one of the country's biggest hubs for location. This is Grassroots football. How did you get into football, Noah?
I was just finishing up primary school and one of my friends asked me if I wanted to join his team. I hadn't played much football at the time, but he said, "Oh no, come along, you'll be one of the best there." And in my head that sounded like a good thing. Little did I know that was not a good sign.
The Isle of Wight, a diamond of an island off the south coast of Portsmouth and Southampton, is home to a town called Cowes, a town that milks the Solent, a stretch of water separating the island from Hampshire. The island, however, unlike Hampshire, is not well known for its football, with big clubs such as Cowes Sports only as high as the Wessex League, the 9th tier of English football. But Wight is known for its grassroots and hosts one worldwide stadium known as Plessy, the home of Osborne Coburg Football Club. And 19-year-old Noah is hoping to lead the team, as well as the reserves team, to glory this season.
It's great, it's something to do really. Go to work, go to uni. It's nice to have a little break, get out at the weekend, see everyone, have a laugh with everyone, hopefully win. Doesn't always get a plan like that.
The Coburgs finished 8th last season in Division 2 of the Isle of Wight Saturday League, halfway through the table as 15 clubs were contending for the title. The top 2 teams, Pan and ECS, went up to Division 1 this season, and with this season just having 10 clubs this time around, Noah and the team want and aim for success this time around after a mid-table bang average finish. It's June the 28th.
There goes that good shot.
The training sessions are back for Osborne Coburg, for both the first team and the reserve team. And the new manager of the club has already set a rule coming into the season.
Anybody loses the ball is 15 quid, so don't fucking boot them down the pitch.
My name is James Williams. I'm from the Isle of Wight, Newport. I support Aston Villa and I do follow Portsmouth as well for my sins. So this season I've taken over first team manager's role and overall coach for both teams. I will take all the pre-season training and all the training throughout the season.
Obviously I've taken over from Stoney now. A lot of you know me already. Morty's come back into the club, he's taken the resis. We're looking to put a younger sort of vibe into the reserves this year. We all know how bad it was last year not having a team at the start of the season and having to scramble for players. This year it's going to be a lot different, there's going to be a lot more structure, and we're going to build on the basis what Stoney put in place for us. So this year I want a top 2 finish. I know Charlie does, that's what we're going to aim for.
So, I'm Charlie Penai. So, what club do I support? Newcastle. I was stuck with them from when Shearer was gone. So, that's why I support Newcastle. And I'm the chairman of Osborne Coburg.
And how long have you been chairman, Charlie?
This is the second season. So I came in to change a lot of things. The club needed a bit of redirection. So they asked me if I'd be willing to take over as chairman. So this is the second full season.
My first meeting with the chairman, at the time I didn't know he was a chairman, I just thought he was one of the lads. I've grown in to have a good relationship with him over the summer. We've got the same visions for the club.
Training begins, and already we get the passionate orders from WAG.
Keep this circle nice and tight! Keep these circles nice and tight.
Noah's group of 5 were doing well, until some heading techers from the tank from Gurnard irritated his close buddy, Charlie Dyer.
No, stop doing that.
But Charlie, being annoyed earlier at Noah, didn't pay off, as he just turned into Louis van Gaal.
Charlie's.
Could this be karma? Nevertheless, Morty seems to enjoy the action, much to his pleasure satisfaction.
One hand I've got Charlie, we go have a nice drink together on a night out with friends, you know, we go to the beach, all that kind of thing. But then the other hand, you know, I've got Buzz, I play with him near enough every week, he's always got this big smile on his face, happy guy. But, you know, I could name a lot of them really, apart from Glennie sucks.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the pitch, to end the first training session, a common fitness feature is introduced.
Right, listen up, lads. Some of you already know because you're fucking whispering behind my back, so I've told a few people what we're doing. All I want from you is 12 minutes of running, and that's all the running I'll make you do apart from the 3 other laps after it, right? I promise. I'm not one who's gonna, look at me, I've never done a lot of running at training, so I'm not gonna ask the players to. You'll get fit with the ball, and you'll get fit moving the ball. You ready, Sean? Get those stretches in. Right, lads, I've coned out the pitch. How long do you reckon it takes you to jog round 1 lap? You got 2 minutes per lap. Anybody who doesn't do 6 laps will do an extra one, and we will watch. It is not a race. It is not a race. Before you guys come, I jogged it in 1 minute 20, and I'm fat as fuck. Can you show us?
It's a good experience. A lot of them know me from past clubs I've been at. It was hard at first to not be one of the lads and take that step away, but I think they realise that my authoritarianism and how I take training, no one is my friend until we come out of that environment, no one's got any favour. So I've got no issue with not being a part of the team, as in one of the lads. I can take myself away from them and be the manager.
Let's go! Try and stay on the outside of the coach. There's 2 15-year-olds in front, by the way. 2 fucking 15-year-olds. That's 1 minute 30. Lap 3. 4 minutes 30. Well done, you two. Well done. Good effort, James. Well done. That's it. Come on. Chase those fucking 15-year-olds. Keep going. Noah, push yourself, son. I'm running, Wight.
Wight's most of the time happy with me.
Well done, Noah. You should be fucking fitter than that. No one kicked the fucking ball over like Noah. No pressure, he's booted it 20 yards off the pitch.
He was my reserves manager last season. He's now first team manager, so I kind of hop between squads most of the time. But we had a good last season together, and hopefully he's pleased with me.
It's good to be back at Coburg for everyone. And to start pre-season, Wag's first team faces Wag's home village just outside Newport as Carisbrooke come to visit Plessy. Carisbrooke finished 7th last season, just 1 point ahead of our boys in yellow and blue, so this was expected to be a hard game.
Lads, seriously, just enjoy the game, play football, don't moan at each other. You can do constructive criticism, encouragement. We can moan at each other at half time and we can slag each other off after the game. But during the game, we talk and we encourage. If someone does a shit pass, they know they've done that shit pass. Don't keep on them. If someone's not where they should be, boss them about. Big voices from you two at the back.
After Wag's words of wisdom, Carisbrooke had an early free kick. But then, the Coburgs take advantage of what is billed as the James Wag Williams Derby. And my God! What a finish! 1-0 to the Coburgs. Carisbrooke had a goal disallowed for offside. However, Wags Village had another go and levelled it. But then... half time.
It's all about your effort. If you're not putting the effort in yourself and you come off the pitch, you're only lying to yourself, not me, because I can see that you're not putting the effort in. It's you who are going to struggle in the season. I'm fat as fuck, I don't need to run around the pitch anymore. I can stand here and shout at you guys to do it. You guys need to be fit. That's why we've done a lot of running, and I'll say it and I'll say it again. If you're struggling with the running in games and in our training sessions, you need to do more throughout the week, whether or not it be cycling, swimming, or even going for more running. Care about your diet, lads. I know I'm one to talk, but I'm not playing anymore. I can get as fat as I want. You guys need to stay in shape. If you can't run and you can't move, you're not going to play football for me this year. You'll play resi football. And I'll get a young lad like Stephen who's giving his 100% out there. Right lads, go on, piss off.
Carisbrooke scored another. However, Wag was pleased with his first pre-season game in what turned out to be 2022's most sweltering day of the year so far.
In terms of us today, it was just about getting minutes in the legs, and at hottest day of the year, it was about players getting fit. Going forward into the league campaign, we'll play them twice this year, so we know what they're all about. They're good at the back and they're quick going forwards. Going into West Wight, one of the best teams on the island at our level, it will be a hard game. So that's why fitness is key today. I mean, we've been working on passing for the last 4 training sessions, and they're starting to put combinations together now, which is really promising. And they will need to do that going forward, otherwise they will get beat, because teams will start to outrun them because they had a lot of tired legs there today.
The Osborne Coburg reserves are currently in the Isle of Wight's Combination 2 league, after being relegated from the combination above last season. So how would Morty fare in his first pre-season match against Newchurch?
Okay, my name's Paul Morton. I'm manager of the Resis. I live in Haven Street, originally from Leeds. My Premiership football team is Liverpool. I used to manage the first team for 10 years, most successful manager we've had, and I'm looking forward to stepping back and now bringing the youth on and hopefully up to the first team.
Morty's great. When I first joined the club, he was first team manager. A bit sad when he left the first time, but I'm glad he's back.
When you pass the ball, don't sit there going, oh, that was a nice pass, and standing there. You've got to move to get the ball back. The guy who receives the ball, if he's got nowhere to pass to, that's not his fault, it's you lot for not getting in positions. And you don't stand behind one of their forwards or their defenders going, I want the ball. You've got to move to get space.
Noah made a phenomenal start to this game, as the Coburgs took the lead. This was followed by a decision going the Coburgs' way. 2-0 cushion, and then a challenge which the referee was hugely questioned by Resi's captain, Josh Woodnut.
What are you shouting at? How's that not foul? I was waiting to see what the final ball was. When you said play on, you gave no sign. No, I was waiting to see what was happening.
Oh, sorry, Ref, he was just... Come on.
George, well done, he was on your back for 10 minutes.
To make matters worse, Newchurch fought back and won 3-2, much to the despair of the players. Morty, on the other hand, though...
Actually, I'm very positive. There are two leagues above us, and they're celebrating like they've done a good side. I think we played the better football. I think both our goals, one was a penalty, but a well-deserved penalty, one like a lucky penalty. And then 3 goals were guys that we kind of brought on and we're just getting in the game and just maybe gave a bit away. So lots to work on, very encouraging. So yeah, I'm chuffed with that. I'm all right with that. Would have nice to have a win, but that's life.
That game, though, proved to be the final straw, as in a turn of unexpected events, Morty departed the club.
Disappointed. He plays good football. I like the way he plays, so disappointed to see him go, really. But guess we've got to keep going, keep moving forward, hopefully still push on and win the league. But yeah, it was disappointing to see him go.
This was probably down to a few sort of aspects, not being around enough during the pre-season part of training. Players have voiced their concerns, and Morty decided that he would walk off the pitch and lead them to it. Rightly or wrongly, the club decided that that wasn't professional in our opinion, and he should have been strong enough to follow through on his decisions and what he wanted to do from the start. So behind the scenes there was conversations, not with myself and Morty, but with the chairman and Morty, and the chairman come to a decision that it was time for him to leave. It's a sad sort of moment to have someone who's been a part of the club for a period of years, not when I've been there, but prior to me arriving.
What you don't realise in grassroots football, or any football, is actually how much politics there are in football. So actually it's really tough, and obviously when you're chairman, obviously I've tend to be in the first team, so it just makes it a lot harder, because what I don't want is managers to ever just choose because I'm the chairman, which I was in the first team before, so it doesn't matter. But my point to the managers is, look, you need to drop me, you drop me, I don't care. So it's a bit of an awkward scenario, an unusual scenario, but I think they wanted the business side coming into the club to change it around basically.
Ian Fraser became Wag's new number 2, but with Morty gone, Wag would continue without him, as the first team next headed to one of the best teams in the county. Well, not here, but here. West Wight Football Club, located in Freshwater.
West Wight are a fucking decent side, and if we don't switch on and start fucking playing today, we're going to get our asses handed to us. Right, that's 4-4-2, you've all seen the team. I don't need to explain it, but I do need to explain some of the stuff we're going to do. I want us to play different high lines with different halves of the pitch. If we are coming down the pitch, I want us to play quite a high line, 5 yards off halfway, yeah? If we're playing uphill, drop yourself down 10, 15, make you feel comfortable. Because downhill they will be able to break a bit more of their speed. When we win the ball, I want my fullbacks putting it into the channels and making our midfielders, I'll put right midfield and right midfielder, what a retard. If we are breaking, both sides have got to go, both wingers, both centre forwards. You're not up there to hold hands with each other.
This fixture, as expected, turned out to be a complete hammering on the Coburgs, as proved by West Wight's first goal. Wag, however, had more to say than the scoreline suggested.
We've got to be on the ref. If it's our corner, you're fucking on the ref. If that's a foul on fucking Glennie, clear as day, even the West Wight players say it, you've got to be vocal, lads.
However, the biggest circus entertainment from the day came from bench boy Noah.
He's trying to get rid of me, Wag.
Nick, on the other hand, went complete hardcore.
I was thinking, is the game going to be abandoned? Are we going to take him to hospital? Anything like that, because I was thinking, I had Buzz next to me, he was saying ambulance for him, just get him checked out. We were all very worried, obviously, but it was funny, Nick was there holding his knee after banging his head, saying my knee, while he's had a huge smash to the head.
Wag is fuming with the game's referee.
Lads, you sat here 4-0 down against a Div 1 team. Yes, they've done clinical finishing, but if we'd have been clinical, it'd be 4-all. They have been sloppy at the back. Their manager's going fucking mental at them. He even wanted to get a message on after 5 minutes to say just keep the ball for the next 10 minutes. That's a foul on Glennie at the back post, shouldn't have counted.
I was completely in agreement with Wag. Dan, our striker, he was running through, possibly in on goal. He was then taken out by the defender. We just wanted the foul at least. It's pre-season, so we didn't want, we didn't want him sent off or anything like that. We just wanted the foul, but nothing was given, and we were a bit surprised at this, especially with some of the other decisions. We just think the ref might have had a poor game, that one.
We've got one less player now, but 100%, Nick gave 100%. He could have, any other player, I said to him, why don't you let it go out and play? But that's who he is, 100% idiot. Work hard, communicate with your fucking players around you. If you start to feel it, tough shit, get on with it. You're not coming off unless you've got a bump on your head like Nick and a cup behind your ear.
So, what are we doing right now then, Noah?
Put the boots on. Because
no, I mean like the what we're about to do in training.
It's high stakes, mate, so I've got to put my boots on. We've got to hit a crossbar. The more we hit it, less running we're doing. So it's 8 laps right now, but the more we hit it, less running. We better get 0.
So I don't want to go running.
Also, Noah chooses to run before we even get started. It's crossbar challenge time in training before the first game of the season. Ironically, once again in this film, versus Newchurch.
I haven't been yet. Huh?
No, it won't.
Can't handle the pressure, can they?
New boots, mate, go on.
If you hit it, I'm slapping a little bacon on.
Literally made my
You done it! Oh!
knuckleball. I think there's only one.
I ain't doing 8 laps. It's not happening. I'm not doing 8 laps. I will literally do 2.
That's it. Oh, no, that's skimmed.
That's pre-skimmed. That's
Stop saying that's hit every fucking time. One might hit.
Come back a bit. You're too close, I reckon.
Nah, you do you, Aidan.
Mate, what did you do with yours?
I've done it. Over.
Yes! Ginger King!
We are fucking shit.
Guess that sums up the whole performance, despite Aidan's fantastic shot. Mr. McMahon, the true winner of everyone here. With training now underway, these two groups asked for press-ups.
Both those groups, 15 press-ups! Off you go! Both of you, all you go! Press-ups, back in!
But it was Flash who had a different method of doing the exercise.
What are you doing, fucking Flash? You fucking what?
Charlie Dyer then came across as very rude. Well, that's me snaking off to the club's local rivals Northwood in the next series. There has been a bit of a controversy with pitches between the last few seasons. What's the latest on that between you, the Plessy Club and Northwood?
Oh wow, yeah, there's a lot, again, coming back to the politics. I think we have agreed to go back to Plessy's. They're going to finish the changing rooms. They're hoping to get it done by the end of January next year. The difficulty is with us, that was our pitch, our club for like 10, 11 years, so it was a frustrating scenario. There is a lot of bad blood between the situation, but at the end of the day it's better for us. So we need to go back. I've agreed to go back, so the club will go back maybe in early next year, because then it helps the club in terms of as a team, because you've got the clubhouse on the site so everyone goes for a beer after the game and eats together.
We next get into a bit of a game for the next drill, and already Noah is facing backlash from both WAG...
Noah, why are we flicking our leg out? Fucking on your toes, ready to receive it.
...and his teammates. To be honest though, in general, WAG was very angry.
Why are we waiting? Get on with it! What I just watched there is fucking shit.
No, keeper.
Stop it there.
Yeah.
Anyone talks from now on, you're doing a lap. No talking. No talking in that group either. So I'm not fucking impressed with what's going on in here, lads. We've got a fucking first game of the season on Saturday. Fucking shit. Have some fucking standards and want to play football. Off we go. No talking. No talking. No talking.
No wonder he's sulking. So here we are. The big day has arrived.
In regards to when we go forward, and I know I'm teaching a lot of you to suck eggs here, and it should be natural. If we're attacking down the left, and our left back goes, the right back comes into a back three. You've got to be disciplined. If we're a couple of goals up, then great. Let's go for it. I want to score as many goals as I can, but let's play on the defensive side of it to start with. You're not going to get red card. You might get away with a foul. If it's a yellow, tough shit, it's a fine. Doesn't matter, I still make money. This is the first step on the road to where you want to be come May. So visualise where you want to be as a group. Do you just want to go through the season, win a few games, lose a few games, finish mid-table like they did last year? Or do you want to do something serious this year? And that's the attitude you've got to take into the season. If you want to be at the end of the season, regardless of what team you're playing, with a trophy or a medal around your neck, it starts here. And there's no easy games. There's no 3 points guaranteed. Plenty of times I've played in good teams and we've lost to shit teams, and the reason why we lose is because they put effort and application in. The minimum you can do today is put the effort in. Owe it to the person sat next to you and everyone else who's not here because they can't get into the squad.
right? You guys have got an opportunity as a squad this year to really put Coburg on the map again. There's no reason why we can't do things what Pan did last year. You're a better squad than them. I believe wholly in what you can do as a group. That goes down to the Resis as well. We need to make this club push forward, and you are the people to do it, right? But that starts the day on the pitch.
I'm delighted to be first team manager, and I can't wait for the season to start.
And goals was exactly what the club got.
Yes! Come on! Good job. Go on, Kenners! Go on! Yes!
3-0 up, absolute masterclass, but then Nick is suddenly subbed off for Josh Wight.
Go on, Josh! Go on, Josh! Yes! Come on!
That's probably the best half I've seen since Yarmouth last year. But you guys can fucking score a shitload here today. But one thing I don't want to come away with, and that's conceding 1 goal. It's the best you've played for me since I've taken over, and I can't be more prouder of you lads.
Oh! Yeah! Patrick! Yeah! Hey, Josh! Pass, mate!
Nick, go and get some play.
Well done, Josh!
I'm actually crying inside, really.
Do you know the worst thing is?
Nick, it's time to play
I
fullback.
was actually going to swap him straight back out as soon as Nick got his boots ready.
Fucking good thing you did it, mate.
And he's taking the piss now.
Nick, it's time to play fullback. Oh, great goal.
Ten 10-0 winners, top of the league.
So I made him a man, played right back, my favourite team Southampton.
Man of the match performance, what did you say about today? How do you feel?
Forwards played perfect, couldn't ask for any more. Did four subs I think it was in the end. Every time they come on, had an impact.
How do you think WAG is feeling right now about your performance from today?
I mean, he should be ecstatic, I'd imagine.
Personally, I like where I am right now. You know, it fits well with me playing for Coburgs and then studying with what I'm doing, so quite happy with that. Unless we're talking moving to a club, getting a wage from that, and that being a main part of my life. Whereas football right now, I can go to work, I can train, I can play, then go to work. It's nice. I've got a good balance right now, so I'm very happy with the way it is right now.
And after that performance, as well as Noah's commitment as extremely happy at the club, could Osborne Coburg go ahead and conquer the island and get them on the map for top class football for the county?
Some of you obviously won't be selected. Don't take that personally. I know we've tried to involve as many players as we can during pre-season. Some have been with the first team group, some have been with the Resis, even if you're a first teamer, just the way it's gone. As we build into the season now, start to impress your managers. Lads, this is the start of the season for some of us, and then the Resis are 2 weeks later. We're one club, and let's have a fucking good season.
One thing the club will have to keep in mind for certain, though, is the head coach's catchphrase.
Get water on board.
Coburg have every right to look forward to having a fantastic campaign as they look to become the best club on the Isle of Wight, and more importantly, the champions of the island across the Solent.
You're either drinking too much, smoking too much weed, or you've not been asleep. What's it going? Come on, you're a midfield engine. It's his birthday. Oh, is it? Just stop filming.